America. I had to get on here to share some information with you about our uh, our very smart president. You know how he brags about how smart he is? He's not smarter than my 7-year-old niece. I believe she knows that we have cars made by designers in China. We have Chinese manufacturers here in the United States. And so while he's over there, he says it wouldn't be asking too much if you was to start building instead of shipping, start building your cars over there. Would that be asking too much? How out of touch is this man? For you people that are supporters of Donald Trump, that's nothing, is it? That doesn't say anything about his qualifications, does it? Small, right? But it's saying a lot about who this guy is. He is out of touch. He doesn't fit the role of president of a country. Even if they find him innocent of all charges, they can still disqualify him as a candidate to be president of the United States because of his inability to run a country. If he's not one of the most embarrassing individuals to our country, I promise you, I can't think of it. We were talking about George Bush, about how stupid he was. Donald Trump has George Bush beat by a long shot. He is dumber than George Bush. Who are these people that voted for him? Were they listening to any of the primary speeches? Were they listening to his rhetoric that he spoke about as a candidate? What we as Americans should begin promoting to our citizens of this country: pay attention. Pay attention to who you are voting for. Don't vote for them because you're angry because of who was in the office before them. That's not a good way to choose your candidate. Because you hated the president before the one you voted for, and the one that you hated. Why? Why? Was it race related? Was it race related? Or were you listening to someone else's analysis of the person you wanted to vote for? Was it because of somebody else's words that made you make your decision on who you was going to vote for and put into office? Come on, America. We can do better than this. We can do better than this. We need to be responsible for what we as a country chooses to do. When we elect an individual simply because of what we hear, and the most important, you young people and some of you old too, that think simply because you hear someone talk tough, that is something that will be good for the people and our children. Do we put our country in harm's way? Do we want to be a people who bully every other country? That may want to speak about us in a negative way? Does being a bully give you the qualifications to be a leader? No, it doesn't. It only says that the reason why you bullying whoever it is as a country is because you don't have the dialect, the intellect of diplomacy. You have no capabilities of speaking diplomacy, and you have no knowledge of thinking of a way to use strategy with diplomacy. America This is something we neglect to do. To speak about things that are destructive rather than to speak about things that are safe and things that are true. This King David D just had to get back here and say one more time, hey, listen, America, this is the key. I love you. Do you love me?